Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 89. We're currently playing as Kaiser Wilhelm II of the Holy Roman Empire. He's the grandchild of Kaiser Wilhelm I, who himself was the son of Kaiser Ulrich III, and, Duke Otto of Saxony, original character, all the way back to, you guys know the drill by now. We're currently involved in two wars, both of which we're actually interested in, for once. We've got a county war for Count Gervais' claim on Arlon, that's here, with the King of Burgundy. We're winning that. And we have a Holy Roman war Holy War for Rostov against the Russians, or Russians. And, both of these wars should go rather swimmingly well for us. And we are really raking this money in. I'm tempted to send our steward to research economy tech in the sort of lower tech areas of our demesne. If we look at it like this, Oberbayern obviously has massive tech, but we could spread it further around the place. Like we could spread it to Niederbayern and then from there to Nuremberg or Passau and then all the way through. But we'll do that when we are no longer able to buy things in our demesne. At this stage, money is just more important. Because we still have a lot of things that we need to buy in places. This is irritating me. Duke Otto of Baden. We could inspire a rebellion from him. You know what? We might actually do that. If we inspire a rebellion from him and imprison him and lock him up like, permanent good like, that would actually be pretty good for us, I feel. Alright, so we've got a few things we want to do. First of all, well, we can't declare war on the Irish yet because we have a truce with them, I think. No. Wow, I swore we had a truce with the Irish guy. Maybe that elapsed. So yeah, we've got a bunch of, claims that we could press. Not all of them are actually all that good. We wouldn't get any of that land. But we can form the Duchy of, or we can steal the Duchy of Valois from this fellow. You know what, we'll do that right now because it's only 100 gold, so we'll take the Duchy of Valois and we'll give it to the Count of Paris. Actually, no, we're not, because he doesn't like us. What about this guy? Is this guy German? No, none of these guys are German. We'll give it to the Count of Paris, though, because he doesn't like us, because we have too many counties, and because we're holding the duchy that he wants. There, sorted. Now he loves us. Also, he was content. So now we have a ducal claim on Amiens if we wish to press for it. All good. Yep, so, wars. After we deal with Burgundy, I want to take Amiens from the Irish. I might want to look into Patau down here. We do have a claim that we could press right there. I mean, obviously this easier way to go about that would be to get the Pope to give us a claim on Patau and just take the whole damn thing. We could do that. And I think we still have a truce with the Italian. I'm pretty sure we still have a truce with the Italian. We do, for 7 years. We could do an embargo war on Venice. It would get us 329 gold, but more importantly, it would raise these 5 trade posts around here. Excuse me. And considering that the peasants have almost occupied the entirety of the coast that we have here, that would be good, because it would give them... If they have the range for it, the peasants might not have the range to come over here yet. So we might have to sort of take these provinces and, that sort of stuff, or down here in Sicily. After that, we need to take this woman's land, because we have a bit of a inheritance warning that I'm not sure how that's going to go. Then we have a war in Bulgaria that we need to win, taking these 2 counties for ourselves. And then we might do something here and continue along. This army is going to stay up here and continue, messing around up there. Jeez, it's all going, isn't it? Got a lot of things we need to do. And of course, in 5 years, if we don't hold Jerusalem, like if a Christian does not hold Jerusalem, we can then start declaring crusades. And I said we can start declaring crusades, and I mean we can start declaring crusades. You know why? The Pope, a poor incapable Pope who is probably on his last legs right now, we can tell him to declare crusades on places. He will hate us for it. It's a huge opinion drop for demanding a crusade. But he'll do it because he's our vassal. You can only do it on people who aren't Christian, of course, but it's basically a huge-ass holy war. The big difference between it and a holy war is you get a nice little banner thing here on the side when there's a crusade in action. It's got a couple of weird things to do with contribution towards the, fight. But holy wars are for duchies. Crusades are for kingdoms. I mean, understandably, like, if we have a little look over, here at Perm, if we did a crusade for Perm, we wouldn't get all of Perm. We'd get all of Perm held by the ruler that we declared the crusade on. So, with that in mind, it's really good for taking land off the Farzadads, or the Battens, or the Triolanids. Or, Swami, if we have to. You can only call one crusade every 30 years or something, I think. And only once per lifetime of the guy. But it isn't our lifetime, it's the Pope's lifetime. Can we appoint this guy a successor yet? No, none of those guys are any good. So, yeah, having the Pope on side, amazing. Otherwise, we'd just have to kind of rely on the standard crusade weightings. King of England and Castile would like to marry his prince here, one of his recently of-age son, to my aunt. And you know what? We're gonna let him. If you can hear that barking, that is the noise of the dog outside. Hopefully you can't. She's probably wanting some attention, but, well, I'm locked into recording for an hour, so she'll just have to deal with it. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about giving people my claims on my kingdoms and stuff like that, because, well, I'm pretty sure that I could hold those things. Give it up, Burgundy. It's a shitty little county in the middle of nowhere that nobody cares about. It's not worth me occupying all your lands. What? Okay, well, there's a jihad for Anatolia. Okay, this is kind of amusing to me. So, Caliph Hafiz has called the third Sunni jihad for Armenia, which is there. He's losing it terribly. However, Caliph Abdul Qadir has called the third Shia Jihad for Anatolia, which is this one here. I don't see him doing very well at that because, well, these are the Shia guys here and a couple up here. If the Sunnis can't win, the Shias can't. Still Littlefinger? Great, great. Can we educate this kid? Come on, dude. Come on, be a bro. No. Very rare that a foreign ruler, particularly the Emperor of the Byzantine Empire, will let anybody else educate his children. Which is fair enough. I wouldn't let anybody educate my children. Except for the Pope at one time. And it didn't really matter. Good. This army here is actually kind of sizable. Yeah, still thinks he's, you know, got what it takes. I'm just gonna assault this place. It's a town, it doesn't matter. Good. My wife's pregnant again. Yep, good on me. Biggest faction looks to be 15%. Yep, and it is lower crown authority. Yeah, that's never happening. If I have to lower crown authority, that would be terrible. Simply because, well, it puts us on hold for another generation and we can't afford that due to the kingdom bullshit. Stop it. Oh yeah, we're going to assault this place. It's only got a few dudes in it. Okay, and we need a new character to lead this side of the army. Bevo will do. Okay, this army. Yeah, I think it needs to come down here to, well, Ireland. How many troops does Ireland have, though? Come on, independent states. Yeah, we're sitting up there with 72,000. Yeah, come on, where are you? Really? Less than Venice? Yeah, 4,000. Well, I guess we'll declare war on them fairly shortly. Why not? This guy doesn't know when he's lost the war already. So you can see here that the sieges have now become waiting games instead of quick assaults. And that's due to the, size of the garrisons. I mean, we could run around with, huge armies. We could combine all three of our retinues together and we'd have a huge army of, 32,000, but then we'd only have one army. What's the point there? And it's time to upgrade something. Whoops, misclicked. Yeah, jousting lists there. Jousting lists there. Nice and easy. I'm not attacking this army here because, well, we probably don't need to, and it's just sitting up there trying to besiege Bellinzona in the mountains. And I'm still a little leery of attacking into mountains. Maybe if this army had our dude with the, almost 40 martial stat, which it doesn't. Yeah, it'll be a while before we can increase any tech levels again. Even with our guy studying technology in Laodica, I think he is. Alright, Irishman. It's a de jure claim on Amiens. Let's go. Only takes us 10 days to get there. And now we're besieging the place. Lovely. Yeah, the Italian is getting smashed. By Aquitaine, who surprisingly haven't called us into war yet. He is an ally, right? Yeah. Oh. Now this is interesting. We have that whole prisoner, murder thing that we could do. We can either gain 10 piety or lose 10 piety, and we can also, make him suffer. So we've tortured him, he's got -1 health for a couple of months. That shouldn't kill him or anything. He's probably taken an opinion penalty against us, though. No? Wow. Amazing. We torture a guy and he's like, oh no, I'm fairly sure you're a pretty decent bloke. Okay, looks like the Italian wars, well, one of the Italian wars is over. At least. I don't know who currently holds the... Wow, a king bishop. The guy over here, wow, that's now part of Italy. Exceptional. And my son requires an education. Well, I know exactly who's going to educate him. Me. Can't trust anybody else. Give it up. No, not yet. Just a flesh wound. Show you a flesh wound. So we can now redeclare on Italy. Also, the Pope, as well as being incapable, now has typhus. He's going to die. He's at -6 health. Well, -6 health on whatever he normally has. He's going to die. There is no way he can survive that. He couldn't possibly survive that. Really jinxing myself today. Yeah, after we take this bishopric, we're totally going to attack these guys to try and get them to retreat. We have a daughter! Euphemia Littlefinger. We also have a righteous imprisonment chance on this fellow. Because he is trying to see Luxembourg... Nope, Upper Lorraine granted to someone else. He doesn't like us, so let's imprison him. Done. Excuse me. Okay, these guys are trying to get that place back. They won't get it in time, so we'll be able to take this one and then walk back over there. The Italian is actually a Littlefinger now. Let's have a look at the dynasty tree. Wow, look at that. Littlefinger! Yeah. Yeah, we're awesome. Still more work to do, though. Still more work to do. Alright, now we walk this way. We'll give him a 20-second. He will... No, he probably won't take it before then. That's fine. That siege is done, so head back that way. So, Pope Urban II has died and been replaced by Pope Sixtus IV. It's a little disappointing. He could have been Pope Sixtus VI. So, new Pope. So, a couple of changes have happened. One, this faction that the Cardinal was leading has disbanded. We need a new court chaplain. We could make the Pope our court chaplain. We're not going to do that. We're going to make the bishop here our court chaplain and send him up to proselytize there. Now, of course, the Pope dislikes us. Because we increased crown authority on him. Like, you know, when he was still the dude. So that's somewhat irritating, but not too much of a problem. And more importantly, that vote there should go away. I think. Yeah, because he's no longer an elector. So this vote here for Pope Sixtus should piss off. Unfortunately, it appears that nobody is actually voting for my kid anymore. That is beyond annoying. Like, I'm still voting for him, right? Yeah, I must be, because he's not there. He's up here. Yeah, that's who my current nominee is. Battle. We've won it. We're going to take a fair number of casualties. We don't want Wilhelm to be cruel. Unfortunately, this is a very poor sort of chance thing here. We have give him cruel, a 60% chance of him keeping cruel, an 80% chance of him keeping cruel. He's kept cruel. It's not good, but hopefully we can get him some more, you know, stuff that gets rid of that. This fight should win us the war with Burgundy, by the way. Okay, there's my kid. He just needs one more vote. One more goddamned vote. That's all he needs. What? Okay, this war has ended. For some reason, I don't know why it's no longer valid. There's a new king in Burgundy, that's why. Well, let's just redeclare it then. Fucking assholes. And we'll go reoccupy all this stuff just really quickly. And win just as quickly as we can. And after we finish this siege here, we'll just march our guys over here, grab it, grab a war goal that is, and everything will be fine. It's irritating. So yeah, really quick assaults on these places because they're still trying to recover manpower. Just irritating, really. There's no reason for that war to have been annulled. Like, seriously, no reason. You know, these guys are back besieging there. It's fine. Yeah, that Crown Authority penalty is really fucking us over in the vote department. But we'll be right. Okay, we captured some people. No. And yeah, we're just totally attacking through these places. No reason to do anything else. I mean, we already basically waited the sieges out last time. You know what, these guys can head up to Luxembourg, these guys can head up to these ones. A little bit easier. We can put the Irish sort of expansion on hold for the moment. And Burgundy accepts our terms. So now we no longer have to send our guys up there. We're going to hold off on attacking Patau for the moment because there's, you know, a massive rebellion over there, so we wouldn't get anything out of it. What do we have on... Yeah, no real reason to attack Italy at this stage, so this army will head on down to here, where they will then be able to assault into Dalmatia from. Well, this guy doesn't like us at all. Imprison him. Excuse me. Yeah, we're just going to have to deal with people not liking us and this sort of untenable vote situation. You know what we could do? We could hold a feast. We could end these wars and hold a feast. Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a good idea, subby. Also, we could, you know, maybe buy some stuff somewhere. Stables in Andex. Okay, well that's the war goal up here. So now we just press the Irish a little bit more for the, you know, claim. And we avoid declaring war on Dalmatia until we've won all of these ones. So speaking of, let's win all of these ones. Yeah, no, you're for your bled. It's a long trip down. But now they're running away. Peace offer from the Russian. Done. Perfect. So now we have to divvy up all these damn titles. And they're kind of annoying to do that with, because none of these had a barony in them. Still, it's its own little self-contained duchy. So let's see if we have anybody in court who isn't my, you know, son. This guy's alright. Done. Grant landed title. Rostov, I think. Yep. And I'm going to grant him another one there, say, Peryaslav Zaleski. That way he'll be able to form Rostov when, you know, the time comes. And we'll give the other one to someone else. If we can find somebody else. Dietmar. Good plan. You are now the Count of Ugluk. Sorted. Okay, we're going to keep that army up there-ish. And not, you know, start declaring wars on anybody just yet. Going to actually move them to there because our next war target is below 0 here. But we're not going to declare that war yet because I want to end this war over here with the Irish. Then have a feast or something. Just something to try and raise my opinion a little bit. That way everybody else can move into position and everything can be good. Give it up, Ireland. Oh, I have noticed that there is now a large Burgundian revolt, which we could take advantage of up here. Ah, bloody irritating, isn't it? And maybe also make a claim on Bern there if we had to, but no, I'd rather get west for land. Nope. Nope. We're going to stick to our plan here, which is to win the war with the Irish. And, you know, win, basically. Ah, we're going to have to wait that one out. That's annoying. Oh, and there's also an Italian revolt. Oh, why do you do this to me? Why? Ah, man, that's actually kind of irritating to me. But when I don't want to be in wars, all of these opportunities for war keep coming up. But we're going to have to wait that one out. Yeah, you know what? Let's start moving these guys over here towards Ireland. Yeah, I don't want to give that guy another county. Hold up, this army's moving this way. Maybe if we smash them, we'll get a bit of war score out of it. Well, that sounds like a good plan. So they're going to get into Vexen on the 3rd. Now. We've caught them. Come on. There we go. Angerman land has converted to Catholic. We wiped them out. 0%? Really? 0%? That doesn't make any sense. That was an Irish army. I'm sure of it. And Nark has converted to the Catholic faith. Good-o. That's what we like to see. This guy pissed off the mayor. That's alright. He wasn't there for the mayor, he was there for the duke. Looks like we've got enough money to, you know, buy something else. Somewhere. Okay, well, barracks in Passau. There's an Irish army. It's a big Irish army too. Okay, this guy feels that the Duke of Champagne has amassed more power than he needs. He wants him to abdicate Upper Lorraine. Oh, there's Upper Lorraine. I will have no part in that scheme. Actually, no, I will have no part in that scheme. The Duke likes me. And now we could imprison this guy. We're going to do this one. We're going to imprison this guy. And then release him. For the opinion boost. Just so that he cancels his little plot there. And because we're kind of worried about opinion at this stage. Just because of this bullshit here. %, in independence revolt. Part of that is the Pope. Why are you hating, Pope? Here, have some money. So that is a big army, but they're going to hit this peasant revolt first, so that might cost them a couple of hundred dudes. Oh, that army we beat up earlier might have been a Normandy army and not actually... Yeah. Oh, well, that explains it. Yeah, so a lot of faction disbands. Excuse me. Yeah, you can end your plot. Thank you. No reason to have people plotting against guys I like. So yeah, these guys are coming up to Rouen to try and deal with these peasants. So maybe I'll be able to intercept them with this 12,000 man army. We'll see. No, they're headed back to... actually, no, they're headed up to EU on the 10th. So I'll let them get there. Then we'll be there in 10 days. Yep, the jihad for Armenia failed. As I expected it would. We didn't even need to help out. Not that we would have. Wow. Yeah, this guy is 26 and Jesus isn't even talking to him. We're still going to beat him, but that's huge. This is actually tighter than it should have been. That's what she said. But yeah, this flank here is his weak flank. In this one we're evenly matched, this one we're winning, and yeah, okay, we got this. A lot closer than I wanted it to be. And we've lost about 12,000 men, but we've still won. I did not expect him to have somebody with 26 martial ability. And he still won't offer peace, but when we beat up the remnants of his army, he should. If I could capture this bloke, that would be awesome. Because I'll capture him and then execute him. Well, we did capture someone, but... you know what? We did capture somebody, and he's actually, you know, pretty good at what he does. We can ransom him for 10 gold, or we can say, we're not going to let you have somebody with that higher martial stat. It cost us 20 piety, but fuck it, we're fine. And now we end the war. Good. Unfortunately, I think we missed the cutoff for the feast. No, we're still there, we're still there. Just. Yeah, it has to be at least November. It's the 28th of December, so it's very close. So let's do that. And is there anybody who strongly dislikes me enough not to show up? Duke of Saxony, you could use a little bit of cash. Yep. As before, what we're doing here is we're basically giving people a little bit of money to show up. We don't have to give the King of Bohemia any money, and nobody else actually matters here. The Duke of Poland should still show up, even though he has a zero opinion of us, but let's just give him a bit of cash to, you know, incentivize him a little more. I'm going to send this army up here, and this one down to here. That way, if we end the feast and the Burgundian revolt is still going, we can take advantage of it. Before, you know, moving to Dalmatia. Because we do need to take that. Oh, we're back on the list at least. We just need one more vote, guys. I'll spend lavishly on food, of course. I have the money. And invitations are sent. It was a very low preparation feast, really. My son Wilhelm is not exerting himself in his studies, so we don't want him to be slothful because slothful is bad. So we're going to talk to him about being diligent. That just means that he's lost the slothful trait this time. It would have been better if he'd become diligent, but, you know, I'll take losing the trait. Okay, we've created another knight retinue to send up to these guys. And that's put us 1,000 points below it, below the limit. Which is fine. If we take another couple of counties, we should get another 600 to get the other knight retinue, which we were looking for. And then we can look at, you know, fixing up the what do you call it? The heavy and archer infantry sort of stuff. One thing I've noticed is that nobody said that they weren't showing up to the feast. Okay, now taking Dalmatia is even more important for us because the current, or the former Duchess of Dalmatia died. So the heir to Nark, which is this place all the way up here, is the current Duke of Dalmatia. But, luckily, he's German, so he'll accept vassalization. We don't have to go to war with him. And my uncle here would like to see the Duchy of Upper Lorraine granted to a new ruler. Sure. I'm fine with getting in on that plot because it doesn't mean that we have to do anything. We've got a lot of prisoners, don't we? Can any of them be ransomed? Gunzel here can be. Let's ransom him then. Anybody else? Ildegard here. She can apparently be ransomed. Alright. Viscount of Juliet can, but we're not going to. And Viscount of Pilsen. We're going to release this one. That gets us some opinion. Come on, you fuckers, vote for me. And yep, the Duchy of Dalmatia joined in, which means we now own this little bit down here as well. How fortunate for us. It's good. Works. Okay, one of my mares liked the acrobats, I guess. This bishop's a dickhead. And really, what sort of person goes to the feast and then is all like, oh, I don't like this stuff. Look at that income. We have a peasant revolt in Stettin, which is over here. Yeah, we'll send this army over to deal with it. They'll be fine. It's only peasants anyway. Unfortunately, that peasant revolt has fucked over our great feast, so we didn't get any opinion boost from it. Which is the most irritating thing. Again, this is one of many most irritating things that we're going to have. That, for some reason, a bunch of peasants sitting over here can stop me from concentrating on my feast. I don't need to do anything here. We just send these three guys over here with their, you know, X thousand man army. And now if we want to have another feast, we have to wait till goddamn November again. We're going to wait till goddamn November again. It's just very annoying. Very annoying. Now, you know what? Because we can wait till November again, I'm going to get my holy wars going. Because I can win these in a very short period of time. And yeah, I'm actually going to get this war for Westphorland going, I think. Yep. We'll just move our army in here because these places are still recovering from the last time we were around. We might as well do what we can. Peasants. Just very irritating. I'm irritated. Okay. Yeah, we'll be getting these assaults going as soon as possible. I mean, why not? There is no reason to hold back. We need this war to be over by November. And the Burgundian one is probably the one that will last the longest. Okay, let's just slaughter these damn peasants. We killed one of our leaders. Good. That's what they deserve. Okay, and now they're running even further away from the fights. Most irritating. The Irish are having a bit of a revolt as well. We could claim Vexen, but yeah. That's probably overextending ourselves at this point. Because November's the, you know, date. Alright, all the rebels are dead, that's wonderful. Yes. Get out of my sight. So I've banished him from my realm there. Which leads him to be in Byzantine. We are coming up to the end of the episode, however. But hey, maybe we'll be able to win at least one of these wars in that time. We should be able to. Like with the way that I'm smacking them around here. Come on. Another peasant revolt. Down here. Oh, I have no one near that area. Okay, so after these guys deal with this place, like so, they will then head on over here to deal with these peasants, because they would need to go to Bulgaria anyway. It's just like they know that I want to just have my feast. They know it, and they're just like, well, we're not going to let you have your feast because fuck you. Alright, wonderful. Ransom this one off. No, okay. You really should give up, kid. Yeah, so we have to end this peasant revolt in a couple of months. And the other wars, of course. I mean, hopefully we haven't overextended ourselves. But if we have, we'll just have to deal with it. Buy stables in Wien. This peasant revolt here is probably going to cause us a lot of trouble with the timeline. Ah, come on, join together already. There we go, and now... Good, and we send them over to Westphorland. Which should still have sort of terrible troop levels. Whoops, clicked the wrong button there, it seems. Stop your murder plots. Yeah, so this is going to take us, a little while. We might not be able to do this. That's going to be annoying. Build a new temple holding. Why would you build a new temple holding? That is such a bad idea. Punch through. It's going to cost us men, but fuck it. There we go. Victory. We dragged this lady out. Cool. Still won't accept peace. That's fine. In a couple of days you will. There we go. Peace with Chud. Or, you know, that place. We need to give that castle away to somebody, though. Who holds this land? Congratulations, dude. You now have below 0. Yes, I am very skeptical of our ability to win these wars in the time required. But we'll push on till the end of the year before we end the episode. Just so that we can be sure of that. And not, you know, leave it on a cliffhanger or anything. Ah, good. Duke Almeric of Pomerania's opinion of me has improved. Nah, we're going to get there on the 6th of January to chase him out. That's just way too late. So, the wars that we declared weren't the problem. The problem was the, well, the secondary peasant rebellion that we had happen, which we couldn't have stopped. Like, you just can't stop that sort of thing. They're actually going to move out as well, which is frustrating. So it's going to be even longer before we can catch them. We might just have a year without war once we finish these, you know, fights. He says as our truce with this guy, Smayland. That's this guy here. Finishes. Okay, there's our peace offer from up there. So now we need to give Westphorland to someone. Presumably this guy. Is he my marshal? Yeah. Oh, good on him. He can now have Westphorland. And these guys I'm going to send up this way. Let's chase down these rebel shitheads. Then we'll end the episode. But yeah, it looks like we're in for a nice long year of not much. God, I'm irritated by that. End the war. Yes, wonderful. You're banished. Fuck you. And I'm just going to send this army down here. Anyway, as promised, that is the end of the episode. So, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you'd like to see more of this sort of thing, please subscribe. But, in the meantime, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.